What's up, everybody? And welcome to The Life, where we talk about things in life. Recently, someone close to me watched the 2012 Japanese anime hit Wolf Children. After watching, they approached me and asked, "Why did the father die?" And I was like, "I don't know." Ever since then, I decided I'd do my best to find out why he died. Okay, quick recap for those who know. Wolf Children is about a woman named Hannah who fell in love with a man who turned out to be a wolf man. They began a relationship and had babies, but spoiler alert, he dies one day, leaving Hannah to raise their children, or pups, alone. You know, the sad thing about this isn't that he died, it's that he didn't even have a name. Literally, even the wiki and cast called him Wolfman. On how he died, we know that he was out hunting because of Yuki's dialogue and the feathers around him. Which, by the way, is from a pheasant. Obviously, like others said, his death was a hunting accident. But what? Here are my findings. First, the wolfman was shot by the owner of the pheasant. We can clearly see the feathers in the scene, but no bird. That must mean that the wolfman failed catching the bird. A possibility of this is that he was also chased by someone who was breeding, taking care of, etc. the peasant he was trying to catch, and he was attacked by them in order to save their livestock. I think that isn't possible because 1. They're in the city, fat chance that someone could be breeding livestock near the center of the city, and if they are, 2. They would have to give Wolfman external damage to hurt him, which would lead to red low viscous jam. But as you can see, no traces of red anywhere. Could the studio have just put no red low viscous jam to maintain a PG rating? Maybe, but the point is there ain't no red low viscous jam. This also rules out the possibility that he hit his head and died, because if you were hit on your head hard enough to D-word, you would have to, you guessed it, have red low viscous jam. Another theory is that Wolfman died while hunting by falling into the aqueduct and drowning. But seriously, drown in this high water? It's barely past half of his nose. He could literally lay his head on top of his hands and not drown while resting. At most, he'd get a nasty cold and maybe a nasty smell of dirty water stuck inside his nostrils. Okay, I hear you. Some say that the water could have been higher since it was raining. But it's still raining. And the water is still super low. I think that rules it out. Another theory I found was that the wolfman, like before, had fallen down the canal while he was chasing the pheasant. This in turn led to him breaking a rib cage that led to his demise. I think that is a nice theory that sums up what happened. No red low viscous jam to show because it's internal damage, and we can't exactly prove it isn't because of broken ribs, since we can't see the wolfman's skin through all that fur. Though personally, I have my own theory. My personal theory is that the wolfman died by sudden cardiac arrest from hunting. Let's review the facts, shall we? We can see that the death is sudden. It happened when he was hunting, meaning he had major physical strain, which can affect the heart's performance. Wolfman also doesn't have any external damage due to the lack of red low viscous jam, meaning that his death was caused internally. Now, wolves or any animals for that matter don't usually get cardiac arrests and heart attacks. But Wolfman is not just like any other wolf. He also has a man body. Humans are prone to heart attacks, usually because of the amount of fat and calories they consume throughout their lives. These fats become clots that prevent proper blood flow. Now, what do we usually see Wolfman and Hannah eating together? Meat, and more meat. That would give a fair share of blood clots, resulting in heart attack, then cardiac arrest. Another evidence can point to cardiac arrest is the fact that he didn't catch the bird. Though prey usually is able to escape wolf packs, I'm pretty sure normal pheasants wouldn't have escaped Wolfman. Look at the feathers in this scene. With it, we know the pheasant didn't fly off while being chased because of the feather arrangements. Those close together and wasn't spread apart with the wind. You see, according to an article from FDA, pheasants run at the speeds of 8 to 10 miles per hour. And the International Wolf Center website say, wolves will travel for long distances by trotting at about 5 miles per hour. They can run at speeds of 36 to 38 miles per hour for short bursts while chasing prey. Although bursts of maximum speed are relatively short, wolves can maintain pursuit of running prey animals for long distances and over rough terrain. Those short bursts would surely be enough to catch a grounded pheasant. Yet, why couldn't he? Because he's old. Typically, wolves in the wild lasts for about 5 to 12 years, while they can last up to 20 years in zoos. Wolfman died around his 30s. In his wolf form, since one human year is around 4.44 wolf years, Wolfman would have already been 133 years old? Man, no wonder he died in his wolf form. I'd say, coupled with his non-human friendly diet and his age as a wolf, I think Wolfman died with a cardiac arrest while hunting for his family. But hey, that's just my theory. What do you think?